Have you ever wondered if villains are born evil or if they're made? Let's talk about one of the most tragic villains in cinematic history, Syndrome. His story isn't about a lust for power or world domination, but a cautionary tale of obsession, rejection, and a desperate craving for recognition. It all starts with a little boy named Buddy Pine. Buddy wasn't just a fan of the superhero Mr. Incredible, he was his #1 superfan. He knew every detail of his hero's life, collected memorabilia, and even invented his own rocket boots to be just like him. He dreamed of being his sidekick, Incrediboy. He saw himself as a partner, someone who could help his idol fight crime. One fateful night, he finally got his chance to meet his hero, but the meeting didn't go as planned. Mr. Incredible, overwhelmed and in the middle of a mission, sharply dismissed him. He told Buddy to go home, stating flatly, "I work alone." For Mr. Incredible, it was just a moment of annoyance. But for Buddy, it was a world-shattering rejection. The person he admired most, the man he wanted to be, had pushed him away. That single moment of dismissal planted a seed of bitterness that would grow into a forest of resentment. The hero worship twisted into a deep-seated hatred. If he couldn't be a hero alongside Mr. Incredible, he would become a villain to surpass him. This was the death of Buddy Pine and the birth of Syndrome. Over the next 15 years, that bitterness fueled an incredible transformation. Buddy used his genius-level intellect not for good, but for vengeance. He became a wealthy and powerful arms dealer, amassing a fortune by selling his advanced inventions to the highest bidder. He built a secret island lair on Numanison, a technological marvel complete with a volcano base, a monorail system, and an army of guards. He had everything a classic supervillain could want, all funded by his brilliance and driven by his pain. The centerpiece of his plan was the Omnidroid, a series of self-improving, artificially intelligent battle robots. His method was chillingly effective. He would lure retired superheroes to his island under the pretense of a secret mission, only to have them fight his latest Omnidroid prototype. Each time a hero managed to defeat a robot, Syndrome would use that data to build a bigger, better, and more lethal version. He systematically eliminated the supers one by one, using their own strengths against them, all in preparation for his ultimate goal. He was essentially running a deadly beta test, and the final product, the Omnidroid Visus 10, was designed to be unbeatable. Finally, the time came for his grand debut. His plan was deviously simple and theatrical. He would unleash the perfected Omnidroid on the city of Metroville, letting it cause chaos and destruction. Then, when all hope seemed lost, he would swoop in. Using a remote control, he would defeat his own creation in a spectacular public display. He wouldn't just be a hero, he would be the only hero. He would save everyone, and finally get the adoration he had craved his entire life. As he chillingly explained, "When I'm old and I've had my fun, I'll sell my inventions so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. And when everyone's super, no one will be." His goal wasn't just to be a hero. It was to make the very concept of super meaningless, invalidating the identity of the man who rejected him. He successfully captured Mr. Incredible and his family, taunting his former idol with the truth of his new identity. The reveal is a masterclass in villain monologues. He relishes every moment, explaining how he methodically murdered other heroes, all leading to this moment of triumph. He thought he had won. He had his nemesis trapped, his plan was in motion, and the world was about to fall at his feet. But Syndrome made a fatal miscalculation. He underestimated the very thing he sought to destroy, the power of a family of supers working together. The Incredibles escaped and teamed up with Frozone to take on the Omnidroid. The robot, designed to learn and adapt, turned on its own creator. Syndrome's remote was no match for a machine that had evolved beyond his control. In a moment of supreme irony, the family he tried to tear apart was the one that brought down his monster. Even in defeat, Syndrome's obsession didn't wane. He fled to the Incredibles' home, planning to kidnap their baby, Jack Jack, and raise him as his own sidekick, a twisted repeat of his own childhood dream. He wanted to mold a new Incrediboy in his own image, creating the partner he was never allowed to be. But he made one last critical mistake. He forgot the advice of the brilliant costume designer, Edna Mode. No capes. As he flew towards his jet, his cape was sucked into the engine, pulling him into the turbine and leading to his explosive demise. Syndrome's story is a tragedy. He wasn't born a monster. He was a bright, enthusiastic kid whose dreams were crushed by a careless word from his hero. His genius could have changed the world for the better, but rejection turned his potential into a weapon of destruction. He got the fame he wanted, but only in death, as the villain who was defeated by the very heroes he sought to replace. It's a powerful reminder that our actions, even small ones, can have profound consequences. Thanks for watching.